Welcome back everybody to my journey series. This is going to be a bit of a trial and error kind of video where we will begin a new project. This may be an absolute flop, but I'm willing to give it a go for the sake of science or something like that. Anyway, we're going to try and build a squid farm. The reason I want to build a squid farm is obviously ink sac, black dye, or the ability to get black wool, instead of having to just swim about the ocean and, look for squid and kill them. It's surprisingly efficient doing that, but it'd be nice to have an automated way of getting that stuff. Now, the issue is squid don't despawn in this update. They don't despawn until beta 1.7, which may or may not cause us issues. I don't know why, but they might. We're also building it here in the old terrain. This is alpha terrain. The reason we're building it here is because, as far as I know, there's no, well, apart from that over there, but I'll be getting rid of that, there's not really that much in the way of water. There's no rivers, there's no randomly generated water pools, there's no great big oceans unless you go looking for them. It's pretty much inland. The sea's about 100, 200 blocks that way, I think. So we should be fine. This is as far as I'm willing to go towards the 0Z coordinate. 0, is just over there. I've not seen any chunk borders yet, although there might be one over there. I don't know, but yeah, I've not seen any chunk borders. So we should still be a good. It's not that I'm afraid of chunk borders or update borders or what version borders or whatever you want to call them. It's just I don't want to create huge scars in the land. So in this update, squid spawn anywhere, I believe, whether it be Y128 or Y1. But in future updates, they only spawn between Y40 something, Y45 and Y63, so we're going to try and build with that change in mind. And we're going to build it here because it's reasonably flat, but we will have to dig down a fair bit, and since it's turning night, we should probably sleep. So this will involve a lot of digging, but as you can see, I've got about 5-6 stacks of TNT on us. Hopefully that will enable the digging process to go a lot quicker. Now, I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. Squid can only swim down in this version. What I'm thinking is we test the concept, or not the concept, but we test the downward flowing water first. And if that, yeah, downward flowing water is the only realistic way of doing this, because you can't create water source blocks above a non-solid block, like glass for example, or air. If I went to the ocean and picked up a bucket of water in more than 1 deep water, it would that source would be gone. No new source would be created. Obviously, that was changed later on. In fact, we better keep that in place. Yeah, obviously that was changed later on, but it's in this version, so we've just got to be aware of that. Let's pick up some of that. You can tell we're in older terrain because it's got the alpha trees and all that. I wasn't sure how many areas I should dig, but I think we're just going to dig the one area because I've just realised that there's going to be. Imagine, okay. Let's just, instead of talking about it, let's just do it. So my plan is to create an 8 by, not an 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus, we're going to say 2 maybe, is 18. Should we do 20 or 18? Let's do 18. So we'll do an 18 by 18 square, basically. So that would be from, well, that would be surrounding this, hopefully. Okay, there you have it, the 4 edges of a potential square. The idea is then that we're going to dig down to Y45, hopefully. We're then going to fill up Y45 to Y63 with water. Then at about Y43 or 42, we're going to have converging water streams into a central point. The idea is the squid then flow to that point, they fall, take fall damage, and I get their stuff, basically. But that's going to rely on squid spawning. There's no guarantee squid will spawn. And there's no guarantee they'll spawn if there's water nearby, such as this stuff, which is why I've tried to get as far away from the ocean as possible. I was hoping to make it closer to my base, but the problem is I've made so many water features in and around my base, and in and around the places that see, look at this. This might actually work. There's four squid in this very small area. This has given me confidence. This has given me hope that our little experiment will work. This will hopefully act as a squid farm. And the good thing is, I think I generated this before Alpha 1.2. Alpha 1.2.6 was when the randomly generated water pools came out. I don't remember coming into this area in that update unless I built that road out here. Nah, I don't think so. I think we should be all good. So let's get to the digging process, shall we? Alright, so this is a time lapse, a third-person time lapse, as you can see. I will allot to 3D Spawners for this because he found all the beta and alpha server jars on the internet and he sent me them. He scanned them just in case it was a scam, but it should be all good. And yeah, as you can see, managed to get my ult on and we've got a third-person time lapse going. So as you can see, just digging out a pit for the squid to spawn in, using quite a bit of TNT and obviously a lot of digging. This took in total, I can't remember, it was a few days ago now, but I think it was about 2 or 3 hours, maybe slightly longer, but obviously the TNT makes things go a lot quicker. Now the technique I was using, digging a couple blocks into the ground and placing the TNT there, is actually slightly less efficient than if I was to, go into the side of a wall and dig in 4 blocks, place it 3 blocks in and then blow it up. It is slightly less efficient, but the good thing is it still allowed me to shave off a lot of land as quickly as possible. So yeah, as I said, this is a multiplayer beta 1.4 server. It has a number of issues, as you can see here. Basically, I went to sleep, quite literally. I didn't even make it to the bed, and I start sleepwalking. As you can see, I'm just walking around there, having passed out on the ground in Minecraft, and yeah, funky stuff happens with servers in beta 1.4. But despite this, we crack on and continue to mine stuff away. There was a number of other issues which I will get into later this episode that was a result of me going into multiplayer. So it's something that you've got to be careful with. Multiplayer developed a little slower than single player, for example, and Nether wasn't added in multiplayer until beta 1.6. There was another number of other things that weren't added until later in multiplayer. But as you can see, the work here is just about finished, and we can go back to the present. So, got a number of things to speak about, but we've dug out the hole. As you can see, we've got some dogs here, some wolves. I really want to punch one and just have it chase me. I think that'd be hilarious. They might despawn. I'm not quite sure how wolves work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and see if I can get some bones. Something I want to speak about briefly is that the server's caused my spawn point to change, believe it or not. We're going to test that out hopefully later this episode. But my spawn point, my natural world spawn point, is no longer out there. It is now... It's closer to my... It's very, very close to my beta base. Oh, we've only got one bone. So yeah, you may remember a few episodes ago we did a song. We did a song with Note Blocks, London Dairy Air. The spawn point is actually in a little pool of water, or no, in part of the ocean quite close to that. Let's try and get a few hits on this guy. There we go, and we got no bones. Darn it. Oh, they've gone. Oh well, what a shame. We might see some more. I think they've got the same sort of spawning rules as regular passive mobs. I'm not sure if they share the same cap. I think they do, but we just got to keep our eyes out for them. But yeah, as I was saying, the spawn point's changed. It's now in part of the ocean near the song that we added to the world, London Dairy Air, the Note Block song that we did a few episodes ago. So that came as a result of using the world in a server. Anyway, it's amazing what a bunch of TNT can do for you. We're going to need a heck of a lot of signs, but basically my plan is to fill this up with water from Y45 to Y63. We're just going to have a downward flowing water and see if that works, and if that doesn't work, we'll do something else. But hopefully the downward flowing water works. And then at the bottom we'll have signs, we'll have water converging in the middle, and You'll see, you'll see. So I've come along with some fences and wooden planks and sticks. We're going to try to, just get to work on setting up the squid farm itself. Hope to get it all done this episode, but it is currently 2 in the morning, so we'll have to work quickly. To be honest, it has taken a while since I had to, move my characters into position and everything. When I set up the server, it's been a long day, a long time really recording this. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to take that, and we're going to take that, and we're going to need a crafting table, so we can leave the fences for now. Take this with us, and we should be good. Alright, so I think the technique we're going to be using, I'm not actually sure if it's going to work. If it doesn't work, we can use sides to hold up the water, but basically we're going to use the iron golem trick to try to get the water streams working. If you saw while I was digging this out, there's a cave there. That'll be where the zombie noises come from. Oh, this is going to be a pain, isn't it? Do we want to set this up now, or do we want to do it after we've done the sides? I'll tell you what, let's do the sides first. So the sides are going to go here. We'll put them at Y44. So what we're going to do is we're going to legit just craft a stack of sides. But we obviously can't stack them, so we're going to have to toss them all out and then pick them all up individually. This is probably on balance the easiest way of doing this. And you know what? We should move everything to the top so that we've got as much space as possible. And when we do this, I was going to say, with regards to wolves, I've never been a big fan of pets in this game. I mean, I think they're cool in the sense that it's, something extra, something else, a feature in the game that can be taken advantage of. You can obviously use wolves for certain types of farms. You can use, what else can you use? Well, I'm sure cats have got their uses. Well, they do. I've seen mob farms that involve cats and wolves and things like that. So they do have their uses, their practical uses, but then also, the added dimension in that you can, you can have them as pets and everything like that. But we need to get rid of this. That's a bit awkward. We might have to. Well, we'll figure that out in a bit. But anyway, I've never been the biggest fan of pets. It's never been something I've indulged in. So, my point of saying that is don't expect me to be getting wolf. I might tame one just for the heck of it, but I wouldn't tame one and get too attached to it, if you know what I mean. I'm not that sort of person, especially with pets in this game. Alright. So we don't have enough size. We need to go back for more planks and stuff, because we needed about 5 or 6 stacks of... I say 5 or 6 stacks of sides. If you could stack sides to 64, we would need 5 or 6 stacks. In reality, we need about 320 something, I think. Or maybe more. Don't remember. Also, because squid don't despawn, you can actually use them as... you can have them as pets. You can make aquariums with them, which might be something we try, although that only lasts until 1.7, I believe. In 1.7 they despawn eventually. Also, one other thing that was changed in beta 1.4, I should probably say this, but the inventory button is now E by default, which is interesting because obviously I've always known the inventory button is E by default, but that's because the demo world always had it as E by default, and then obviously when I eventually got the game it was E by default. So it's interesting, but there you go. This was the first update to have it, or beta 1.4 or 1.4_01. Right, what we're going to do now is we're just going to try and figure out where the centre is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. So that works out pretty well. That should be the centre. Now the reason we're doing a 2x2, sorry, for the centre is so that I can stand at the bottom and collect the drops. The idea is that the water streams here will push the squid to the middle, and they'll hopefully fall to the bottom and die that way. And I'll be able to stand here and get all their stuff. Obviously, we don't have hoppers, so the easiest thing to do is to simply rely on myself picking up what they drop. We can double check the length of it here. That should be fine. Then that, yeah, that should be fine as well. So I will hopefully get the signs all put up. I'm not so sure about the water though. We're going to have to test the water as well. So I've got all the signs in place. I've dug this down to bedrock, which is where I'll stand, where the squid will fall. And I guess we should work on the water streams now. Might as well do on camera, because water streams are absolutely crazy in this patch. I remember hearing about them, but I didn't realise they were this bad. Like, you legit don't make any ground. I'm getting pushed further back from the wall, which is incredible. We should maybe have put up a barrier or something. I'm almost tempted actually to... Well, should we put the corner one on first? Let's keep going with what we're doing. So it's not, the water isn't too bad when you're able to like move about like I am. It's when you're stuck in like a too high area, that's when the water can be very annoying, or when you're swimming up. And you know what they say, after you've played 1.13, every water stream is the slowest water stream. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, right. Let's continue to, just pull this water down. So this will work. The idea is that the squid spawn in the water above me, which will be downward flowing water, which may not actually spawn them. I don't know. That's why we're testing here, basically. And then this water. The aim of this water is just to push them into the centre where they fall. I have made a squid farm before actually, in my journal world. It was one of the... I want to say it was one of the very first things I made, or certainly I made it early on. And it's done pretty well for me. It's not like the most efficient design. Oh dear. Let's get rid of that. And then there we go. I didn't appreciate that it wasn't a square. There was only... well, there's only 3 blocks involved. I think we've got to get rid of this one. If I could get closer, that is. There we go. Let's pick up some more, get rid of the blocks in there. So the blocks seem to be moving kind of slowly, even though I'm not making any ground whatsoever when swimming in this. Oh no! Oh, I messed up. I just messed up. One misplaced water source has messed this entire thing up. Well, I guess what I'm going to do is get rid of all these. And then I'm going to have to place down blocks here, get rid of all the water, then place it again. This time I'll make a place to put the water first. I'll basically just delete all the water except the ones in the outer area. But that is so annoying. One misplaced water stream. And the whole thing turned into source blocks. So yeah, my plan is sort the water out and then I'll put the stuff up here. Now the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go up to Y63, which is sea level. Although I think Y64 is sea level at the moment, but we'll go up to Y63 and then we shall place down a load of dirt, put water on top and then have it flowing downwards. And that'll obviously get stopped by the sides. So that's what I'll be doing off camera. And hopefully by the time I come back, this will all be finished. So I've got the farm entirely finished, as you can see. I was quite lazy with the water, and only the top layer is source blocks, which may mean that's the only layer that squid can spawn in. It's one of these ones that the downward flowing water should obviously help drive them to the bottom and be more efficient for killing, but obviously it means if they don't spawn in the downward flowing water, then, well, it's, you know, there's going to be less of a chance of them spawning. I'm not sure if there's any other water pools or water sources around. There might be one or two in caves, but we'll just have to wait and see. And as I said, squid don't despawn, so there may be some taking up a mob cap away somewhere else. This may not work until 1.7, and even then it may not work full stop. We're going to do some experimentation. I will hopefully AFK overnight, see if I get anything. I'm kind of doubtful, I'm not going to lie, but we'll see. The other issue is I might have to raise the place I'm standing higher to give them a better chance of spawning, because if Y63 is the only place they can spawn, then I'm standing down at Y5. That's a good 50 odd blocks away from them. But the thing is, they still need to like die from fall damage, so I can't raise myself up too high. Like I can't just go all the way to, you know, Y42 or whatever the limit is, whatever the lower limit is, because that would then, well, they would die from fall damage. It'd be too low. Yep, nothing here. Right, well, I'll AFK, and next episode you'll see how much exact we get, if we get any exact. There's not many name tags around. Could one of those name tags be squid that has spawned in a cave? Who knows? Anyway, by in a cave I mean in like a water source block or something. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been a fun episode to record. All the best. Bye for now.